this is Nezarek, and we're back with another Nez's RE video. Today we're talking about Paul Walker. Yes, again. And I know you guys are probably tired of hearing about Paul Walker. We finally found out who the guy in the driver's seat was, which is Roger Rodas. And we all thought it was going to be some poser-ass Fast and Furious fanboy who took Paul Walker for a spin and ended up killing himself and, you know, his hero. But come to find out that wasn't the case. Roger Rodas actually knew how to drive. He not only knew how to drive, he had his own race shop, he had his own charities, just like Paul Walker did, and he knew what the fuck he was doing. But that car got out of hand, and he couldn't bring it back. Now, there's a trend that's going on, and this is really the reason why I'm making this Nez's RE video, okay? There's a trend going on that I've realized in the media that they're trying to demonize the Porsche Carrera GT, okay? Sadly, that car is dangerous, but let's be honest, any car is dangerous when you're going 90 miles an hour down a surface road that's not prepped for you know, a track car. And it's essentially a track car, you know, like that's what they're trying to say. Oh, it's a track car, it shouldn't be on the road. Fuck off, bro. I mean, why do you think people are paying all that money for that car? You think I want to go buy a Bugatti Veyron that can only do 60 miles an hour? Like, seriously. The Porsche Carrera GT is one of those cars, and it's actually one of the cars that's on my list to own. Sadly, I probably won't get one, not because I'll grow old and die before I get the money, because there's not a lot of them out there, okay? So, I mean, even if I do get the money to buy one, you're going to have a harder time finding someone who's willing to sell one unless they're like, they lost all of their shit and they have to sell it, okay? So, I mean, if somebody doesn't have to sell a Porsche Carrera GT, they're not going to sell it. But let's continue with the real topic here, which is the dangerous, the man-killer Porsche Carrera GT that everybody's trying to make it out to be. Porsche Carrera GT is a pretty powerful car, but compared to modern standards, that car is kind of old, and it's kind of slow compared to, say, a ZR1, or we're not going to throw the Bugatti Veyron in there. We're going to leave the Bugatti Veyron out of it. But I mean, the McLaren SLR, freaking, I think the McLaren F1 is actually faster than that car. There's some older supercars that are faster than freaking the Porsche Carrera GT. It came from the factory with a shit ton of horsepower. The 69 Corvette L88, I think, is faster than a Porsche Carrera GT with some decent wheels on it. So, I mean, the Porsche Carrera GT is fast, but it's not some ungodly monster that nobody can handle, okay? The problem is that they were doing 90 miles an hour on a surface street with no T-rails, okay? T-rails are what are meant to stop cars from going into the trees, because a small tree, can stop a car moving at 60 plus miles an hour. It doesn't matter how heavy, how light it is. It will stop it, and the car will wrap around the tree. The tree's not moving. Police officers have died because of this, and I think that's part of their training, to not do a pit maneuver when there are trees around at high speed. So, that being said, you know, we need to kind of bring this conversation back to the reality of the situation, which is this was an accident. You know, like, a lot of people are trying to find someone to blame, okay, in the media. That's what's happening. I'm seeing the trend, and I kind of want to get people to acknowledge that the car wasn't to blame, okay? Rodas wasn't to blame. Walker wasn't to blame. The fact is, the car got away from, as cars do, and they crashed into something that they couldn't recover from. That's it. It's an accident. Accidents happen, okay? It's a tragedy, yes, but it happened, and there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah. So, why I'm making this video also is because I see Porsche Carrera GTs being demonized and banned from the road, and as a gearhead and a car enthusiast myself, I'll be extremely pissed off if the only place I could see a Porsche Carrera GT is in the fucking museum sitting there doing nothing. I would like to see a Porsche Carrera GT when I go to a car show. I'd love to see one at Route, I almost saw one at Route 66, but it was gone by the time I got there. I was so mad. In California, I was pissed, dude. But anyway, you guys know where I'm coming from. You know, keep America free, damn it. Don't let freaking, you know, people who are just looking for something to point the finger at, someone to point the finger at, ruin it for all of us, you know. I'm pretty sure Paul Walker and Rodas wouldn't like that. These guys were authentic, genuine gearheads, okay? If you sit in a car and if you're not driving, you notice everything around you. That's what these guys were. Okay. So anyway, this is Nezarek. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have something to contribute to this conversation. Feel free to like and subscribe. Deuces.